Hey guys, this is Elias with Softfly, and in this video I'm going to show you how to export JetEngine custom fields to CSV using WP All Export. Now let's go down here to All Export, then New Export, and once you're here, you're going to select the post type you want to export. Now in this example, I have these properties, and WP All Export says I have 104. So let's see if that's true, and if I refresh here, you will notice that this is the exact number of properties we have. So this is great. Let's go back here to WP Export, and then I'm going to decide whether I want to migrate these properties or if I want to customize my export file. Now guys, the difference here is that when we click on the Migrate Properties button, well, WP Export will just take all of the fields associated with our post type and export them all in a CSV. And that CSV is going to be inside a zip file, and that zip file will have other files containing the configuration to be used with WP All Import. Now this is for when you need to migrate all of the properties and you don't want to go ahead and map all of the settings and whatnot. You can use this feature to migrate all of the properties without much hassle. All right. Now, in the Customize Export File button, you get to decide where you want to put your columns. Maybe you want to change the name of some columns. You want to export some fields, passing them through some PHP functions, maybe. So yeah, there's a lot of things you can do here on the Customize Export File section. Now, let's do that and click here. And there we go. This is the export template. Now, you can think of this like your CSV file. This is a column, this is another, and this is another column. Let's see how this looks here on the preview mode. And you can see this is somewhat like a spreadsheet, right? And we have our three columns with the ID, title, and content. Now, this is all of the content and all of the data from these different properties. Now, I have this one source code open up here. You can see it here, and if I scroll down, you will see the different custom fields I've created with JetEngine. Now, these are some simple text fields. This is a date picker. These two are select fields. This is a text field, checkbox, number, radio, and this is a repeater with three subfields, which are text fields, all of them. Right? This is very cool, guys. You can have a lot of rooms here, and we're going to export this with WP All Export. Let me show you how in a minute. Or media tab with a bunch of images. This is a gallery field, and this is a single image field, which is a media field. And here in the contact tab, we have 4 more simple text fields. All right. We have, of course, a couple of taxonomies and the featured image. So let's get all of this exported with WP All Export by building our CSV file here. Now, if you don't want some of these elements, you can just drag them off like so, and they will disappear from your export file. You can also change the name. For example, let's call this property name. It's good. Name. All right. And let's save this and preview. There you go. Now this column is called property name. Great. Here for the content, I'm going to change this to description. I believe that's more accurate. All right. Save. Preview. There you go. Cool. Now, let's add a couple more fields from JetEngine, shall we? This is the JetEngine section. If I open it, you will see all of the fields we have here in our post type. All right. They all are here. Cool, so I'm gonna drag and drop the first one, which is map address, preview. There you go, it's good. And then let's start dragging and dropping all of the other fields. So, right, things type, price, amenities, square feet, then bathrooms, bedrooms, rooms, gallery, floor plan, agent name. Actually, the phone goes first. All right, an email and link for more details. Now, if I hit preview, you will see all of our fields are here. So this is great, and we can actually go ahead and export this as it is. But before that, let's do a couple of things. For example, I want this listings type to be around here. Same with the availability, date first listed, and yeah, that's good. Great. Let's preview again. We have our date first listed, but this date format, it's just not good for me. So I can change this by clicking here on the date first listed element, which is, remember, a date picker field. And this gives us a couple of neat features. For example, we can change this date format to another one. So let's type in here maybe D, then F, J, and Y. Yeah, why not? Let's see what this gets us, right? Hit preview, and we have very neat, very human readable date. So this is nice. Then we have here, the price. This price, maybe we can add a dollar sign to this to make it more, a little bit prettier, maybe. So let's find that element right here, price. And of course, I can go ahead here and write my own function, right? Function. And I declare my function like this, maybe add dollar sign, right? And I can run my PHP function like so, or more easily, I can use a custom export field, and I'm gonna call this price, right? I'm gonna add a dollar sign here, then I'm gonna drag and drop my price element and save. Then I'm gonna preview this, and boom, that's it. We have our custom field with a static data like this, the dollar sign and the price element. It's great. Then we have here our amenities field, but this amenities field is separated with pipes, as you can see. So remember, guys, this is the checkbox field. So I'm gonna use a PHP function to change this pipe into a comma. Now, you can write, of course, some custom functions here, like I showed you before, but you can also use some of the built-in functions in WPL Export. Just go here to wplimport.com, then click on the Docs menu, go here to the Export section, Advanced Topics, Custom PHP Functions, and you will know a lot more about how to run PHP functions here. Now, if you want some PHP snippets, you can find those here in the Developer section, called snippets. But the function I'm looking for is right here, which is the str replace one. I'm gonna copy this, right? I'm gonna paste it here. Now, the way this function works is basically like so. This first element surrounded by quotes, it's the element we're gonna look for in this element, right? So the element I want to change is the pipe. Then we have a comma separating the other element, which is surrounded again by quotes. And here I'm gonna place the other element I want to use to replace this one, right? And lastly, we have here the element we want to run this string replace function on, right? So I'm gonna delete this, and I'm gonna drag and drop the amenities, use it right here. So str replace pipe with a comma in the amenities element, right? I'm gonna give this a name, amenities, right? And I'm gonna save this, then hit preview, right? And there we go. They are separated with commas now. So that was very easy. Now these other elements are nice as they are. It's good. Then we have the room's name, room's measurement, and room's description, which, as you remember, are the repeater sub-elements. Now WPL Export will show you this as a single element right here, but if you preview, you will see it's showing you all of the sub-elements in that field. Now, there is a couple of things we can do here. For example, we can click here on the rooms element, and we can choose to show each one of these rooms, meaning each one of these sub objects, we can show it individually in a single row. Now, if I do this and hit save, that you will notice that we will get a bunch of empty columns right here, but we will have each one of these rooms in a separate row, which is a lot nicer, except for this. Now, why this happens? Well, I don't know, guys. WPL export gives you a lot of flexibility, and you can get pretty crazy here and do all sorts of things to get a really weird file. And WPL export will just give you the flexibility to do so, right? But maybe you don't want to leave all of this empty space, right? Well, you can go here to rooms, again to your repeater field, and then click here on fill empty columns. Now, if I save here, you will notice that here we have our, what is it? Here we have our repeater fields, and they are separated, each one of them in its own row, and all of the other data is just copied to fill that blank space, right? So this looks a lot nicer, and we will keep it like that. Then we have our gallery, then we have our floor plan, then we have the agent name, phone, email, and link for more details. Now, this all is looking real nice, guys. We only have 2 more things to do. First one, I'm gonna add here the featured image, which is under media images, down at the bottom, featured, and I'm gonna drag and drop this just before the gallery. All right, let's preview that. All right, and here we have featured image, then gallery. Cool. And then we need the taxonomies, which are tenure and property of the week. Now, this is gonna be, yeah, maybe before map address. It's good. Yeah, this is nice. Now, guys, this is pretty much everything I want to do in this example. So let's just get this file exported. All right, here we have the option to change the separator. Remember that we're exporting this in CSV, and CSV means comma separated values. Now, again, you can change this separator to maybe a semicolon or maybe a pipe or whatever you want. But for this example, I'm gonna stick with the comma, right? Then we have here the some options for the header row. You can enable or disable this as you please. And finally, we have here the export type options. Now, CSV is totally compatible with any spreadsheet-like software, like Google Sheets, maybe Excel numbers and whatnot. So you can open that with that software, but you may want to export this in Excel file in any of the XLS or Excel SX formats. It's good. Then we have the feed options, where you can export this in XML or build your own XML feed, but we have other videos for this, so you can just go ahead and check out our YouTube channel for those, or go to wplimport.com, click on the docs menu like I showed you before, guys, and go nuts here. Now, if you're feeling a little bit lost even after that, you're always welcome to contact our support team, and we'll be more than happy to help you out, guys. Now, for this example, let's just stick with the CSV type and continue with our export. All right, so here we have the scheduling options. And guys, this is very useful for when you need to maybe schedule this export and run it automatically every single day or maybe every single week. I don't know. You can check out here the automatic scheduling options. And for example, if you want to run this export every Sunday and at, let's say, 12 a.m., you can do so. This service is $9 a month, but you can also use cron jobs, which are free, but they are a little bit more technical. Now, if you have questions about how this works, you can just click here on this link and it will take you to our docs on running cron jobs. All right. Now, here are some advanced options, guys, and they are pretty much self-explanatory, but you can hover on the question marks and it will give you a brief description of what this option does. For example, we have this option to export properties only once, and this is useful because, for example, let's say you only want to export all of the new properties on your site, right? Because maybe you're using WPL import to import these properties every single week or every single day or whatever from your properties provider, maybe, and you want to export every single one of these new properties every single week because maybe you're using cron jobs or the automatic scheduling options or whatever. So you want to export only the new properties. Well, just check this option, and that's what WP export will do. Now, if you want to export only those properties that have been modified since the last export, then you can do so with this option. And this is useful, for example, if you only want to export those properties that have been sold, maybe that the properties are not in the market or whatever. Well, this option will just help you with that, right? And again, guys, this is a lot more stuff. You can just hover on the question mark or read here, and you will know what to do. Now, finally here, we have a very cool one, which is allow non-admins to run this export in client mode. Now, client mode is what we call a safe mode, maybe, because as you notice, you can run PHP functions in WPL export, and you don't want anyone, you don't trust running PHP functions on your side, right? Because they can very easily make themselves admins or do all sorts of very dangerous stuff on your side. So with this, if you enable this and go here to settings, all right, down at the bottom, you will find the client mode options. So if you enable the editors to be able to run the exports in client mode, and you enable this export to be run in client mode, well, then the editors will have here in the WordPress menu, will have all of the settings you can find in the editor role, but they will also have the WPL export menu, and they will be able to run this export. Now, they won't be able to actually modify that export. They won't be able to change anything from it, but they will be able to run it and export the file. Now, that's pretty neat, but we won't be using any of this for this example. I'm just gonna click here to save and run this export and see what we got here in our CSV file. All right, I'm gonna download this. Cool. And there we go. We have our property name, description, date first listed with the new format. Then we have here our map address, the short address, good. The price with the $sign, the amenities with the PHP function we ran. And here we have our rooms with every single one of the rooms separated in different rows. So this is great. The feature image, galleries, then the floor plan, agent name, and all of the data is here. So there you go, guys. This is how you export JetEngine custom fields to a CSV using WP All Export. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to learn more about how to import or export other JetEngine custom fields, maybe ACF or other WooCommerce data like products, orders, reviews, and whatnot, just check out the other videos in our channel or go to our website at wpolimport.com. See you next time.